Welcome to My Life on a GLP-1. I'm Sarah, and I'm here with our fearless host, Scott Johnson.
Hey everyone, glad to be here. I love that you are kicking us off today, Sarah.
Yeah, fun, right? Making me do all the heavy lifting, huh? Today we're getting into a really fascinating and kind of weird part of the weight loss journey, the compliments. Specifically, what it feels like when you're getting a ton of them, and more importantly, what it feels like when they suddenly stop.
Oh, it's a whole emotional roller coaster. It's really the central topic of my second book entitled Still on a GLP-1, which I hope you check out. But here is the story to start us off. A few months ago, I was at a wedding, and this guy I went to college with walked right past me. Then he stopped, turned back, and squinted. He said, "Wait, Scott, I thought you were somebody's dad."
Oh my gosh. That's a loaded compliment if I've ever heard one.
Right? But I laughed it off. And later that night, I found myself replaying it in my head like it was a prize I'd won. That kind of thing happened a lot in the beginning. After losing about 90 pounds, walking into a room felt like arriving at my own surprise party every single time.
I know that phase, the double take. People you've known for years suddenly don't recognize you for a second.
Exactly. It was always, wow, you look amazing. How much weight have you lost? Friends asking my clothing size, coworkers wanting the whole story. And of course, I told myself I didn't need any of it.
Right, because you were doing it for the right reasons. For your health.
hmm My sleep apnea was better. My energy was back. My doctor was happy. Those were the things that really mattered. Still, I have to admit, every single compliment gave me this little burst of satisfaction that I wasn't expecting. And then, just as suddenly, they stopped.
Just silence. How did that feel when you first noticed it?
It was strangely disappointing, and that confused me. I was still maintaining the loss. My health was great. I hadn't done anything wrong. But I realized I had gotten used to entering a room and getting the emotional equivalent of a standing ovation. Now people were just saying hello like reasonable adults, and it honestly felt almost rude.
That is so relatable. Your brain gets used to that positive feedback loop, and when it's gone, it feels like something is wrong, even when everything is right.
That's exactly it. And that's when I understood something nobody really warns you about. That external validation can quietly become a huge part of the experience. Once you get to maintenance and the change becomes normal to everyone, you have to figure out who you are without all the applause.
It really serves as proof, doesn't it? Weight loss is so uncertain. The scale goes up and down, clothes fit differently. A compliment feels like solid proof that it's working.
It's outside confirmation. Someone else sees the change, so it must be real. That was powerful for me, especially after years of feeling uncomfortable in my own body. But that's also where it gets complicated.
How so?
The trouble starts when compliments become the scoreboard. If nobody says anything, I'd start wondering, do I still look okay? If people stop asking how much I've lost, I'd wonder if my progress isn't impressive anymore. It's a tough setup because the entire goal of maintenance is to make the transformation stop.
That's such a brilliant point. Success in maintenance looks boring from the outside.
Completely boring. During active loss, something is always happening. A new belt hole, a smaller shirt size. But maintenance is just the same clothes keep fitting. The scale stays in the same range. It can feel like stagnation, but it's actually the goal. Holding steady is the achievement I once thought was impossible.
So, how did you navigate that mental shift? How did you learn to feel successful without the external scorecard?
First, I had to just admit to myself that I liked the attention. It felt shallow, but pretending I didn't care wasn't helping. Positive attention feels good. That's not a character flaw. It's just human.
I get that. It's the difference between appreciating validation and outsourcing your self-worth to it.
Exactly. Once I realized that, I could build a new scoreboard, one that didn't need an audience. Instead of counting compliments, I started noticing different kinds of evidence.
Like what?
Simple stuff. My clothes still fit. I have more energy. I can have a meal without it being a moral decision. I'm choosing to take care of myself. The protein, the movement, the medication, because it supports the life I want, not because it produces another round of compliments.
That's the real work of maintenance right there. It's quiet. It's internal.
It is. And it also forced me to ask bigger questions. Like, what do I value about myself that has nothing to do with my weight? My story can't just be about losing weight forever. A life built around becoming makes it hard to ever enjoy just being.
So, what are the best compliments you get now? What feels truly meaningful?
The best ones aren't really about weight at all. People tell me I seem happy or that I have so much energy. They say I seem more like myself again. Those comments recognize the person living inside the changed body. That's a foundation you can actually stand on.
That's a beautiful way to look at it.
Yeah. And I finally realized that when the compliments stopped, it wasn't rejection. It meant my transformation was no longer breaking news. It had just become normal. And that was the whole point in the first place. I did all this to live a normal life, not to be a permanent before and after exhibit.
Building an identity that can survive the quiet. That's an incredible goal and a perfect place to wrap up. Scott, thank you for sharing that. It's such an important perspective.
Thanks for talking it through with me.
And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to take a moment and drop us some kind comments and a 5-star rating wherever you stream your podcasts. Tell us, Scott, do you have any final thoughts on this rather unique maintenance change that you experienced?
Thanks, Sarah. This is a therapeutic learning today. Maintenance is where I get to learn whether I can value myself without needing constant proof that other people are impressed. Some days I am better at that than others. I still notice when someone compliments me. I still enjoy it. I may even stand a little taller. But I am building an identity that can survive the quiet. The compliments stopped because the change became normal. Maybe the next stage of this journey is allowing myself to become normal too. Not invisible, not unimportant, not finished growing. Just a person whose worth no longer needs to arrive through someone else's reaction to his body. That may not produce a dramatic before and after photo. It still feels like progress. So, on behalf of Sarah, I'm Scott Johnson. Remember, sometimes the comments are weird, and we have talked about that before. But the lack of comments is a great time for personal reflection, both in your mind and in the mirror. Stay positive and always remember to love your journey.